everyone. It's Janice Kingsbury here. It's time for a journey into the unknown. My next chapter, my next adventure, a podcast. What? I know. Life is strange. It's all about evolving with wisdom and adapting to new challenges, new technologies, and learning new things and trying new things. Meet new people, adapt to changes in your bodies and in life, and trying to take serious care of yourself and your well-being. I found my creative self just lost, to the point where I couldn't finish my novel. 75,000 words in, and I just couldn't think of an ending. So I talked to my friend, Dr. Yvonne Kay. She's on Facebook. You might have seen her. She does interviews. She's a writer, many books, and she had some really good insight into my life's challenges. And into my creative side, she said, just start writing. Don't edit, don't reread, just write. I don't care what it's about, just start writing. So I did. I had these wonderful conversations with my 2-year-old granddaughter called Conversations with a 2-year-old. And it was fun. But the publishing to a magazine was way overwhelming, and I'll get to that at some point. But she also said, why not try a podcast? And I thought, oh, what the hell am I going to talk about, just like everybody else says? So I started talking to family and friends about it, and these topics kept flying through the air, mostly based around when I tell everyone how many in my large family. So the conversations just went in so many directions, and everyone had their own perspective in their own family. So what is it called? It's called Family Dynamic Conversations Podcast. I soon realized how much courage I'd have to muster to first learn the technology. That was interesting, challenging, but I thought, oh, I can try that. I can do that. And then the self-confidence to get on video and talk to people. Once I started, it was really fun. Thank God for family encouragement and support. Talking to my husband and son and daughter and son-in-law, they just said, go for it. And you could talk about this and you can talk about that. A big shout out to my lovely niece, Ann Vogt, who has her own podcast, What If It Works, at annvogt.com. Check her out. If it had not been for Ann, step-by-step guidance and support and love, this podcast wouldn't happen. But she helped me through it, did a share screen and everything. Love you, Ann. Thank you. Please check out her amazing podcast, because months ago she did a wonderful interview with Gwen Walls, Tim Walls' wife, there in Minnesota before the big nominee came up. And it's really good. Ann is a wonderful culture coach. Impact to influence. Check it out. I let Ann know that a couple of the episodes were on Spodify, and she and her young son, Landon, who's 10 years old, went for a long drive. I think it was up to Brainerd, and she decided to put the episodes on. And Landon had some pretty nice things to say. He said it was cool. What? And can we listen to another episode? Wow. What better compliment can you get? It was so nice. Thank you, Landon. My first episode is called It's Not Cheaper by the Dozen. Not Cheaper by the Dozen. Check it out on Spotify and on YouTube. And then I have a series called Fond Childhood Memories, featuring Ann Vogt, Spencer Regneri, Bill Kingsbury, Marcia Brosnan, so far. And then there'll be a few episodes with just me talking about my experience growing up in a large family. Having these conversations with people, it's amazing how much you can learn. And with Bill, I didn't know he lived in Missouri and Louisiana before moving to Massachusetts. It's great when you can just sit down with friends and just shoot the breeze and keep things on the surface. That's great. But it's amazing how when you have a one-on-one with someone and you ask the right questions, you learn so much more. And that's the best part of this whole thing. I wish I would have had the wisdom to talk to my father in that way and learn more about his life and his perspectives. But he passed away when I was young. But I did have my mom till she was 101. Oh, thank God. I even have my daughter and a couple of her cousins that had sat down with Mom and recorded some answers to the questions they had. Such a privilege, such an honor, and we'll revisit that too. It's some great insight into her life. I just had a thought today about how music has enhanced my life so much. For instance, Sarah Bareilles' song, Once Upon Another Time. If you've listened to that, her lyrics talk about sun-kissed skin and handlebars. And I was immediately taken back to Minnesota, riding my bike or sitting out in the sun, just baking, hoping these freckles would converge somehow. They never did. But that's okay. That's the Scotch-Irish in me. Thanks, Dad. Are there songs that bring back vivid memories for you? Are there songs that comfort you or jazz you up, inspire you, or help you grieve? There are for me. Another song I just thought of was Peter Gabriel's In Your Eyes. That helped me through some dark times. Listen to those lyrics. They're very powerful. That will definitely be an episode. Speaking of music, I have a brother-in-law, Dan McCarger, who became a radio announcer. He could tell you the names of songs within 3 notes and the artist and the year they came out. It's amazing. And I'd love to talk to him about how that all started. It's a story and a topic I'd love to hear. Just like another musician friend of mine, Ancy McLean at unhitched.com. He's a musician, an artist, a writer, amazing man, and he's got some amazing talent. How did that all start, Ancy? I would love to know. I already have some people lined up to talk about the career path they chose, and I'd like to know why. I'll be asking them, were there family situations or dynamics that made you take the path you took? Did you have to work really hard to get everything that you had in life? Or did you come from a family very well off that could send you to the best schools, that opened doors for you, and you didn't have to work that hard and you had all these wonderful choices? Doesn't mean it were happy choices or a happy life. Another story. After you listen to a few episodes, I'm inviting all my family and friends to join me on the podcast. We can start off talking about a little bit about family and where you're at in your family, but the topics will go off in many different directions, and I can't wait to talk to you about it. Let me know if you would like to join me. It's as easy as recording on your phone, on your iPad, on your computer, and it's a lot of fun. Maybe you know someone with a fantastic story of survival or of hardship or excitement or inspiration. Let me know. I would love to talk to you or them all about it. I'll be posting new episodes every couple of weeks, and I'll notify you on Instagram and Facebook. Watch for those clips of the different shows and let me know how you enjoy them. The first few are published on Spodify and on YouTube under Family Dynamic Conversations Podcast. I really hope you enjoy them. Thank you for your valuable time and support. Thank you for listening and caring and listening to other friends that tell their stories. I appreciate all of the support and love you send me. And thank you for inspiring me every day. Here's to new experiences in life. Family Dynamic Conversations Podcast. See you then. Bye.